This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store. Delighted, as always, to be joined with Charlie Edwards, and even more so now for a massive fight to be announced. Thomas Essomba, September 27th. Other than that, how's things, mate? It must be a good Friday morning for yourself.
Mate, things are good. Everything I've been planning, materializing, praying for has is coming off. So I'm in a very good position. Really happy with myself. Still over here in Portugal, training away, getting myself ready. But this has been my plan for a long time, and I've been aiming for Thomas and had my eyes on Thomas Essomba for a very long time. So everything that I could have prayed for is coming true right now, and I'm just grateful. Grateful for the opportunity, grateful for the belief. Headline acts on Channel 5, um, partnered up with Wasserman, and the EBU title, which I've never won before. So it's a new title for me. It's a new belt that I really want on my mantelpiece, and it puts me in a very good position. And I'm really looking forward to the challenge I have ahead of me.
Definitely. You mentioned there about it's everything that you wanted, and it brings me back to a conversation we had after the George Zori fight. And you said to me, why do you
Mm.
think I'm fighting a southpaw? I want the Somber next. So to have that all into fruition, and as you say, this is something you've been planning for a long time. So for it to come to fruition now and have the preparation for it, is it like it must be happy, but it must be a relief as well that you've got what you wanted.
Mate, it's a dream come true, to be honest with you. Like I've been the countless of hours I've put into this. I manage myself now, so it's another um, good step on my management journey as well, getting to the EBU title. And I'm excited. Like I said, I can't stress enough. I've spent countless hours and times manifesting this, praying for this. When times were really dark and things weren't happening and going my way, like I was just having blind faith. And I believe this is my destiny. I believe this is God's plan, and I've got through the hardest of days and toughest of battles, and now it's time to reap the rewards that I have sown. So um, I'm ecstatic. Like today's a good day for me. I knew this was coming for a long time. Like you said, I picked
Yeah.
Jorge Ore for my last fight, knowing that I was aiming for Thomas Essomba. Um, so this has been in the back of my mind for a very long time. I know my brother obviously manages Thomas, um, and Lee Eaton manages Thomas, and you know what? You know what they say, like old ties. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've dealt with them for many years, and I've dealt with Lee for many of years back in the day. And actually, funny enough, I just posted an old picture of me and Lee after I won the WBC World Title,
Uh,
walking back to the changing room. So I just want to say a massive thank you. I'm grateful for my brother Sonny and for Lee and for getting this fight across the line and serving me their fighter on a platter.
Definitely, for sure. And just before I suppose we get into all like the nitty-gritty of the fight, you mentioned there about managing yourself, and that obviously wasn't something you'd always done, but now how much of a benefit do you feel like that you can almost speak for yourself, I guess, and speak that what you want, and you're on that negotiating table and almost like you speak, as you said, speak for yourself and you're negotiating on yourself. How much of a benefit have you found that after all the years of maybe not doing that yourself?
Do you know what? I wish I'd done it sooner. Um, it's opened my eyes to a lot of things. Um, I had been in the boxing game for many of years and been a pro for many of years and worked with some great managers in the past. So I kind of know how the game works. So I had to go through that process to understand what I would have done and when things didn't go my way, why, and fights I had wanted. Um, and I would get told not to, no, not that fight, don't need that. But looking back now, like I was getting blocked from what I wanted to do and build my own career in
Yeah,
my own way and my own legacy. Like I've wanted this Sombra fight for ages,
yeah,
and I was always, no, you don't need him.
yeah,
So now it's like I'm in the driving seat of my career, and I do want him. Do you know what I mean? And I've always wanted him, and he just offered me nothing before, but now he's holding the EBU title, so it makes sense. It's a big fight, and my brother manages him. And yeah, managing myself was the best decision I ever made because I'm in the driving seat. If I know my worth, what I settle for is what I settle for. Um, I can't blame anyone else. I can only blame myself if something goes wrong this time. and I will learn on the job, and I'm continuously learning. But I'm doing very well, I believe. I'm fighting for I fought for a WBC international title in my comeback. Don't call it a comeback fight. And showed everyone what I was about. And now I'm fighting for the EBU title. So it's gold rush season for me. Like I said, I only want to be involved in big fights, and I only want to be in proper fights. And Thomas Essomba is a proper fight. Records are for DJs. People will look at his record and think, maybe not, maybe the casuals. But he's been in proper fights from his first debut fight as a professional, and fought some top class fighters all around the world. And he's a real challenge and a real test. And he's actually coming into his peak years, really. Although he's 35, I think, or 36. He's actually coming into his peak years because, like, he won the European title. He's defended the European title. He's European champion. So, like, I've got a tough ask and a tough challenge in front of me, but one I'm thriving for, and one that I believe that I'm going to shine very brightly, and announce again that Charlie's back.
And for yourself, where you mentioned there about it sort of in your previous career, and especially in your professional career so far, you've been at the top level, you've boxed for world titles. When it goes into a big fight like a Somba, how is the motivation, I suppose, stays the same for them type of fights? Like, you treat it almost as a world title fight, but those experiences that you've had, how much does it share into an Essomba fight where that is a big fight for yourself at this stage in your career?
For me, right now where I'm sitting, this is the most important fight for me in my whole career. This is more important than any world title I fought for, because at this stage, with the inactivity and being messed around again and again and again by, I'm not going to name any names, but I had fallen away. I've hit rock bottom. Like, I've really had like a little bit of a kind of George Foreman moment. Yeah, I haven't been away for all that time, but I hit drop rock bottom. People forgot about me. People thought I'm playing at it. People don't see the hard work I'm putting in day to day. So this fight for me is more than an important fight. This for me is do or die. Do you know what I mean? Like, every fight that I go into now, my career's on the line. That's how I see it, and that's how I vision it. So, like, the obsession level that I've got for boxing now, the stones that I'm turning, the percentages that I'm taking to be the best version of Charlie Edwards. It's time to make Charlie great again, And this fight, I believe, will capture a lot of the media, a lot of the attention, because this fight was a good fight. But I believe now it will be a big fight because my brother's in the other corner. My brother's team is Somba. What happened to Edwards versus everybody? I don't know. But it's the boxing business. It's the family business. And to be honest, it is what it is, I'm going to be fully focused on this fight. I know what I've got to do. I've been constructing the game plan with my coach, Stephen Smith, already. We've been working on things. Been watching him, knowing his weakness, knowing his flaws, knowing his strengths as well, and how to expose him. And I'm looking forward to this fight because I'm looking forward to doing some damage in this fight.
Definitely. If I can ask, I know after all the split with Joe Gallagher, there was probably time you spent in the Steel City gym with Sonny, and you sparred Sonny a little bit. Was it around your career or after that? Was there much time you spent around Thomas when, I suppose, in the period that you was at Steel City, just ticking over, waiting for a new trainer?
I was with him a few weeks ago.
Oh, no.
I was with him a few weeks ago. Me and my wife went over to support Ebony Jones, and we was in the same room. Respectful. Yeah. Listen, I've got no hatred towards Thomas. I respect the guy. He's a two-time Olympian. He's fought a very hard career, always in the away corner, a proper fighter, and upset the apple cart a few times. Yeah. So I've got nothing but respect for Thomas, and we showed respect to each other that time. But we knew the fight was coming. We was planning to get this fight across the line, and like I would just be like, see you soon, champ, at the end. You know what I mean? With a big smile. I'm confident in my abilities. I know who I am. I'm gonna do a number on Thomas. I've got all respect for him, but I'm out here to prove a point, and I'm gonna do a proper number on him. So I'm looking forward to this fight. But I've never sparred him. Never been been really around him, to be fair. That was the first sort of time I've been around
Oh,
him, and now
okay.
the fight
Yeah.
gets in out. So it's crazy. I know Sonny Essomba is like brothers with him and best mates with
Yeah.
him. So yeah, it makes for a great fight. The build up's going to be good. I'm sure my little brother will have a lot to say in it. And but yeah, I'm fully focused. I'm fully
Yeah.
focused on doing the job, doing the number, and yeah, it's do or die for me. This is my career on the line.
Definitely. Well, we'll get into that now. Obviously, it is titled Family Feud, and that is because Thomas Somber is managed by your brother. Those initial conversations where the fight, you say, look, let's do the fight next. How did that first start around with Sonny? Because obviously, Somber's someone you've eyed for a while, but when it looked as saying, let's do September 27th, how does those initial conversations go, I guess?
Um, well, there was like talks and chatter, um, ages ago. Actually, I think even Talk Sport brought it up to me, when I was on the thing about Mia Somber and Sonny managing him, and I was like, yeah, it might be an awkward one because obviously me and Sonny rekindled everything. I've gone and helped him for the BAM fight. Doing the sparring. We're in a kind of good place. So I just feel like when you talk family business and you talk the boxing business, it makes perfect sense. I had a
Mm.
conversation with Sonny. I wanted him. I wanted him for my first comeback fight before Jorge Ori, but things couldn't happen because of the TV and certain stuff like that. I don't want to go into that too much, but it couldn't happen at the first quarter of the year.
Yeah.
So we're here now, and we've got it for the second quarter. So I'm buzzing. Like it's the fight I've wanted. Even after the Ori fight, I wanted to fight in July, but because obviously
Yeah.
the Euros and stuff like that, it didn't
Yeah.
happen. So I was back straight after 2 weeks off. I was back straight in camp. You know what I mean? Like I'm back working on things, back putting in putting in game plans, structuring because I know this was coming. It didn't happen in July, um, like I thought it would. So it had to happen in September. It is what it
Yes.
is. Gives me more time to work on things. Gives me more time to develop as a fighter, and develop a game plan. And like it's just exciting for me. I've wished and prayed for this for so long, and the time is now. The time is here, and it's time to walk the path that I believe is my destiny.
I mean, in your last fight, Sonny was in your corner, and in a somber, Sonny's always in the corner for him. Do you think he'll be, what corner will he be in for this fight, do you reckon?
I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
that's a question you're gonna have to ask Sonny. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like, Sonny is the enemy. So I can't answer and speak for him. He's chose to go on Sonny Assomba's side, on Thomas Essomba's. So I don't know. Maybe he's changing his name for this fight. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's questions you're gonna have to ask him. I'm his
Yeah.
brother. But like he just put something out on social media that he's team Assomba all the way. So yeah, it is what it is. But it just gives me that little bit more fire, that little bit more needle than I already have anyway. I've got a chip on my shoulder to
Yeah.
be back on the top of boxing. So I work every day to do that. But you know what? It wakes me up extra early in the morning to eat my breakfast and take my orange juice, you know what I mean? Get the vitamin C in. So what can I say? I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited for this one.
Definitely. The last couple from myself, you saying that if he's saying he's Tom's team of Somba, like he's your brother at the end of the day, and like that's family. So is there part of you that is like feels a little bit? I don't know how much you bring into it. Feels a little bit disrespected by that.
Um, I would, do you know what? Like, Sonny's my brother. Like, we've seen how Sonny is, you know what I mean, and how
Yeah.
he can be across social media platforms and stuff. And like, he likes to banter and troll a little bit. So I just take it with a kind of like pinch of salt, if you
Yeah.
like. Do you know what I mean? It's business. Like, I'm mature enough and I'm old enough to know that at the end of the day, he's he's my brother in it.
Yeah.
Blood's thicker than water. Yeah,
Hmm.
this is the fight I wanted. We got to remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I got to say on that note.
Do you think for this camp especially because of sort of everyone is all a bit close, do you plan to keep the cards close to your chest, I guess, and not give too much away because as I say, it's a hard dynamic, I guess.
Um, no, not really. It is what it is. I don't think it's going to change anything. I know the best Charlie Edwards beats anyone in the world, and when he's in the right headspace, he can beat anyone. And I'm in the right headspace. I'm buzzing. I'm obsessed. I'm locked in. I'm focused. So I don't like. Sonny thinks he knows me. Does he really know me? No. We've grown a lot differently over the last few years. So it's one of them things. I'm not really fussed about keeping my cards close to my chest. Whatever. It's a fight at the end of the day. I know I'm better than Thomas in every department. I'm stronger than Thomas, and I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to showing that, showcasing that come fight night. I went into the last fight with a cut, so I had to box a certain way that night. This time, I'm just wait and see. I'm looking forward to this.
Definitely. Aside from obviously this fight, I did want to sort of talk about Sonny and a potential next fight for himself being Galal Yafai. Um,
Yeah.
that yourself and Sonny have always sort of gone back and forth with your
Well,
fights. You and Cal.
it,
So
you say that, but at the end of the day, Sonny's made it very clearly that what side he's on.
yeah,
So maybe I might jump on the phone to Rob McCracken and go and spar Galal Yafai for this fight.
yeah,
Makes perfect sense.
yeah,
So and I'll probably make perfect sense for sparring in that way. So I don't know.
yeah,
But the fight I think is gonna happen. The fight is thing. That's the Sonny Edwards business. I'm in the Charlie Edwards business.
yeah.
Sonny's made that pretty clear going on Team Essomba. So his
Yeah.
new name is Sonny Essomba now until the fight's done. And then after the fight, I might call him up into the ring and let him take the picture with the belt.
Fair enough, completely fair enough. Just as we do finish this off, how does it end on September 27th against Thomas Essomba?
Charlie Edwards, a clinical punch perfect performance, and I believe I knocked Thomas Essomba out.
Brilliant, brilliant. Charlie, as always, a pleasure speaking to you. Always do appreciate the time as always. And yeah, all the best on September 27th. Thank you, mate, as
Nice.
always.
Top
Top
man,
man.
thank you.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.